What's up, YouTube? Murphy Firearms Training here. It's Chris. So I did a video the other day about my Max 9, and you see it's working now. And I want to show you what happened. I want to tell you what happened and show you what happened. So I called Ruger, and they gave me two options. I could either send the gun back, or I told them, I said I thought the spring was broken. They said, we'll send you a complimentary spring. I said, I like to tinker with things. Send me the spring. They sent me the spring. So the other day, this would not stay down, and this would not click. And so I said, well, something's broken. Something's broken. Okay. So anyway, knowing they were going to send me a spring, I said, let me see how to get this thing apart. So I looked at the exploded view and said, okay, this looks pretty easy. What do? We drive this pin here out. So I take my little gap in my table. I'm going to drive my pin out. Trying not to hit my camera with the hammer. It is a polymer pin. It's interesting. It's a polymer pin. So you drive this pin out, okay? Pull it the rest of the way out. Close the gap in the table there. Now, this hooks in here and then lifts up here. And I'm going to warn you, if you're going to take yours apart, take it apart this way. Okay, a couple of things are going to happen. First of all, you're going to unhook it and pull it out like that. This, the little gate that holds your pin in, falls out, no problem. It goes right here where these detents are. See the detents here? So it goes, it's got these little pegs on the back. Boy, this thing loves to focus on small stuff, doesn't it? It's got these two little pegs on the back. You see those two little pegs? They go in these detents. And I'm very carefully holding this gun a certain way. I'm going to explain it to you in a second. So it goes there, and it clicks down and clicks up, those little detents. No problem. This spring was jammed. Before I get to that. So it comes out. If this falls off, it's no big deal. You just got to get it back under the spring. The issue is your trigger bar here. Show this thing working. Your trigger bar will also fall out. Again, this is how it goes. If yours falls out, little peg goes in here, right here, and the spring goes underneath. This spring will unwind a couple of coils. You have to wind it back, okay? So anyway, here's what happened to mine. This little piece of plastic fell out. This little piece of plastic fell out. And I've looked. It's not off of the little gate that keeps your pin in. So I looked in my frame. I needed to bring my flashlight for this. But let me see if I can turn that on. There we go. I'm not seeing that it came out of my frame anywhere. There's another piece of trash. Let me get that out of there. Okay. There's another piece of it. But I can't see where in my frame it came from. Doesn't look like it came anywhere out of my frame. Didn't come off of the gate here. And this at least feels like it's all metal. So I can't figure out where this piece of trash came from. But it's a piece of, it is plastic for sure. It's plastic. And I think, if I'm going to be very honest, it's like flashing or something from the manufacturing process they got in here when the gun was assembled. And so I got that little piece of trash out and put the gun back together, and everything worked. So how to put it back together, you put your trigger in first. Here's where it hooks. See where it hooks. You hook that in, push it back, push it down. Voila. Oops. Nope, not voila. Better put your your little switch here. Otherwise, it's really hard to keep the pin that keeps it together in. Okay, so sit that in there like so, and then rotate it in. Now voila, that's much prettier. And you see that'll click up and down. Your pin, mine at least, is slightly curved. So you have to get this thing going and get it to work, and good luck with that. I curved mine so that the curve goes, the curve goes like so through the gun, and that seemed to work really well to put it back together last time. But that was off camera, so goodness knows what will happen now with you guys watching. But here we go. So we line that up, and then we start whacking away and see what happens. I'm, of course, using the polymer face of the hammer so that I don't scar my gun. Okay. And it falls right back in place. Flush on both sides. Do check. Trigger bar's working. Mechanism's working. This guy's working. Right, your slide lock is working. Your cover that hides your pin is working. So anyway, that was my issue. Nothing was broken, just trash in the action. So got it cleaned up, got it working. Gonna have it to the range and test it out before I carry it, because that's how I do things. Thought I'd give you guys an update. Thought it was kind of neat. So I have a spare spring. Ruger was real nice about it. And again, they would have taken the gun back, but I like to tinker, and they were okay with that, which is one of the things I like about Ruger, is they don't mind if I tinker with my guns. So anyway, there you are, folks. Fixed my problem. And I have a spare spring now, so if it ever does break, voila. So thought I'd give you guys an update. If you have any questions about the Ruger Max 9, how to take it apart, how to get this cleaned up, let me know, and I'll be glad to answer them. Thanks, guys.